Years after Joseph brought his family to Egypt, Joseph died. His family stayed in Egypt. They were known as Israelites because they came from the family of Jacob, who was called Israel. A new Pharaoh came to power, and he was afraid of the Israelites. The family had grown so big. Pharaoh worried they would join Egypt's enemies and fight against him. Pharaoh made the Israelites slaves and gave them very hard work to do, but their families kept growing. Pharaoh ordered for all their baby boys to be killed. Around this time, a woman gave birth to a son. She hid him as long as she could, and then she put him in a basket and set it along the banks of the Nile River. The baby's older sister, Miriam, stayed nearby and watched the basket. Soon, Pharaoh's daughter went to the river to take a bath. She found the basket and saw the crying baby. Pharaoh's daughter felt sorry for the baby and wanted him to be her son. The princess named the baby Moses. When Moses grew up, he saw an Egyptian man mistreating an Israelite man. Moses killed the Egyptian. Pharaoh found out what Moses did and he was angry. So Moses fled Egypt. He worked as a shepherd in Midian for many years. Moses got married and had a family. Still, the Israelite people in Egypt were miserable and they cried out to God. God heard them and he planned to help them. One day, Moses saw a burning bush. The bush was not burning up. Suddenly, God called from the bush, "Moses, Moses." Moses replied, "Here I am." God told Moses to take off his sandals because Moses was standing on holy ground. Then God said, "I have seen how my people are suffering. I want you to lead them out of Egypt to a good land I have for them." Moses wondered if the Israelites even remembered God. What if they ask for your name? What should I tell them? "I am who I am," God said. "Tell them, I am has sent me to you." "What if they don't believe me?" Moses asked. So God gave Moses 3 miraculous signs to prove that God had appeared to him. Moses' staff would turn into a snake. His hand would become diseased and then healed, and the water from the river would turn into blood. Moses still made excuses and said, "Please send someone else." Now God was angry, but he agreed to send Moses' brother Aaron with him. So Moses went to Egypt. God saved Moses' life and called him to rescue God's people from slavery. The calling of Moses points to a greater calling and rescue, the call of Jesus to come to earth to save God's people. Jesus gave up his life to save us from slavery to sin.